Today is our last day road tripping up the West Coast, and I truly don't ever want this trip to end. This trip has really converted me to being a road trip lover as someone who used to hate long drives, but that was probably because I wasn't maximizing the whole road trip experience of stopping at random stops along the way. I also think that I used to be way too strict about my schedules on drives and never allowed room for any sort of adventure. This was the perfect example because my dad and I randomly decided to stop at this cute little gift shop in Florence, Oregon, and then we ended up spending an entire hour exploring. You can pay $18 to go down to the world's largest sea cave and witness over 150 sea lions. I am so glad that I listened to my dad and agreed to make this stop because I almost said we didn't have time with my strict schedule and was trying to get everything in, so I'm so glad that I said yes. The next stop was probably one of my favorite stops ever, the Tillamook Creamery. I had this stop bookmarked on my list since we had started planning this trip, so we started by trying basically all of the food that they had to offer, and yes, I did in fact tell my dad that the pizza was too cheesy, and he then had to mention to the guy sitting next to us that I had said this, and the guy was totally in on the joke and straight face said security is already on their way. So it was pretty funny and, you know, dad joke. We also had to get an ice cream flight after I had a heyday in the gift shop, and we got Oregon strawberry, mint, and Marionberry. Also, we spotted another Adair named street, which is crazy because I've never seen my name on any sort of street sign, so I guess I'm just really popular in Oregon or something. Also, I can't believe I forgot to mention, but we made it to just 50 days until graduation, which means that I'm halfway through this countdown. That also means that I've been documenting my days for 50 days, which is kind of crazy, and I'm so glad you guys are here with me for this journey. But I can't wait to see what happens for the second half of the countdown and see what it entails as we get even closer to graduation. The last part of our trip was spent in Cannon Beach, just watching the sunset, hanging out at the beach, and then driving home. We did get home pretty late, and of course we had to stop at Dairy Queen along the way, but I had so much fun with my dad on this trip and got to see my dog at the end of the night.